From the trailer that feels like an early Christmas present to epic fan theories about the character's fate, here's everything from the Outlander Season 7 trailer that fans might have missed. So, have you seen the trailer yet? It's almost like the fans are getting an early Christmas present or something. For real, after what feels like forever, we finally got a sneak peek at what's next for Claire and Jamie Fraser, because Season 6 left us with too many questions and cliffhangers, so it's about time we got some answers. And in typical Outlander fashion, things are going to be tough for the Frasers as the family drowns in more troubles. And with the American Revolution in full swing, things are about to get even more crazy. The land they used to call home is going through some major changes. So can Jamie and the rest also change things? That's the big question. But honestly, there were a bunch of nail-biting moments in the trailer, like when Jamie's worried that he might die. Yeah, that's right. In the trailer, Jamie wants to join the patriotic fight, but he's scared of losing something important. And if you're a fan of the series, you know exactly who that is: his wife, Claire. She can also be heard saying that she hopes Jamie would stay away from the war, but maybe he's meant to be there. Now that's enough to get one excited, but Jamie, on the other hand, has a tough choice to make: fight with the Americans or fight with his son in the British Army. Not only that, but we also see Claire asking if Jamie will come back to her while there's a funeral march going on. And at the end of the trailer, Jamie gifts his wife a gem and says to her, "Should I be killed? You could take it and go back." But is he really going to kick the bucket? Well, whatever the case, this season's going to be wild, so get ready. And would it really be an Outlander season if Claire and her hunky Highlander husband didn't end up in a tight spot? I doubt it. The couple's lives are constantly in danger. Now, Season 6 ended with Claire in jail accused of murder and, get this, witchcraft. Why? Because that's just her luck. So, what's going to happen now? Well, Outlander buddies, the answers are already in Diana Gabaldon's book. We don't have to wait to see what happens. Even though the TV show doesn't always stick to the books it's based on, we can still get an idea of what to expect. Plus, even if they switch up the storylines, the main plot stays the same, because for the most part, the show has been following the books in order. So, Season 6 was mostly based on the 6th book, A Breath of Snow and Ashes, which means Season 7 is going to be from Book 7, An Echo in the Bone. But Outlander's 6th season was cut short because of the pandemic, so Season 7 will have to cover that as well. And with some crazy events on the way, it'll just make things better. So get ready for the journey through time, as there's a lot that'll go down in Season 7. For one, if Jamie really plans to clear his wife's name, the season needs to reveal who the actual murderer is. But knowing the guy, he'll probably just opt for another prison break, which is kind of their thing. But another thing you might want to keep an eye on is a familiar time traveler coming back to the show and what that could mean for the Fraser family. And oh man, are they in serious danger? Plus, Jamie will have his work cut out for him, with Claire heading to Wilmington, and things getting pretty tense in the country with the Revolutionary War creeping closer and closer to Fraser's Ridge. So it's obvious that the 7th book takes place in the late 1700s, because the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776, while the war itself continued until 1783. Now, if you're a fan of the books, you know that the Fraser fam gets caught up in the war, and Jamie ends up on the opposite side of his bud Lord John and his son William, who's actually Jamie's biological kid. Juicy stuff. Anyways, some new family members are also going to appear this season. Yes, I'm talking about the bomb Brianna dropped last season about expecting baby number 2, which could mean some major changes for her and Roger. Honestly, this season seems to be all about change. Speaking of all these characters though, who's going to be in this new season? Obviously the main cast is going to be back. Like, can you really imagine Outlander without Katrina Balfe and Sam Heughan? Or even Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin. But the good thing about this season is there's going to be some new faces on the screen too. So the team announced 2 new characters: Rachel Hunter, played by Izzy Michael Small, and Dr. Danzel Hunter, played by Joey Phillips. And with how excited Matthew B. Roberts is to have these actors in the cast, they'll definitely play a very important role in the plot as well. But that's not all. Some old characters will also return to the show, like Brian Fraser, Dougal Mackenzie, and even Jenny Murray. I know, you might be wondering, how can they come back if they're dead? Well, there might be some flashbacks, but luckily the showrunner hinted that there could be another way. But honestly, there's one character that everyone is excited to see return. And that's Jamie's son, William Ransom. So I guess it's time for some daddy issues. We know Charles Vandervaart is going to be playing the role. Get this, he'll even wear that fancy red coat uniform like Lord John, which is so cool. And the fans are really excited to see William return to Outlander. He's like one of the most important characters for the Frasers. And besides, the last time we saw William in Season 3 and Season 4, Oliver Finnegan and Clark Butler respectively played him as a young boy. So it's good to see the little guy come back all grown up. I'm sure everyone's asking, when will it air? Well, I've got some good news for you. Outlander Season 7 is coming out on Friday, June 16th, and it's going to be awesome. Like, seriously awesome. It's also going to be twice as long as Season 6 with 16 episodes. How exciting. But here's the catch. So those 16 episodes are going to be divided into 2 parts. And the not so great news is we won't get to see the second half until 2024. Another Droughtlander, I guess. But hey, there's more good news though. Jamie and Claire's love story isn't ending anytime soon as Season 8 has been renewed. But that's going to be the last season of the show. Heads up though, just like Season 6, Outlander Season 7 will be dropping on Netflix every week in some European and Asian countries. But if you're in the Netherlands or Sweden, tough luck. You'll have to wait a whole year before you can catch the new season on Netflix. So like around June 2024. And if you're in the US, you'll have to wait even longer. Outlander Seasons 1 to 5 are currently up on Netflix for streaming. Not even Season 6 has been released on the platform yet. So here's the thing. Outlander usually drops on Netflix US about 2 years after the last episode airs on Starz, which means Season 7 will most likely hit Netflix in 2025 in the US. I'd just stick to Starz. Honestly, I can't miss this one. And the fans will agree, especially after the wild predictions. So, like, Redditors don't really know what's going to go down in the next season or how fast things will be moving, but they're making some guesses about what might happen between Jamie and Claire, and honestly, it's super sweet. So basically, they tried to split them up in the Season 6 finale, but it didn't work out, and Jamie is now heading towards Claire. So No Pianist 5915 was thinking about Season 7 and was like, maybe the show will find a more realistic way to split the couple up. Even though it sounds kind of sad, it'll be interesting to see how they do it, but that's not the only theory they're cooking up. You see, a lot of Redditors were bummed about Season 6 because there wasn't enough action. And some of them are saying it's about time Leary makes a comeback, since there's still some drama left between her, Jamie, and Claire. Plus, it's been ages since we've seen her on screen. One Reddit user commented about Season 7 and Leary and was like, wouldn't it be dope if they brought her to America to hang with Marsali and her grandkids? That would be some seriously entertaining stuff. Marsali and Claire's relationship is totally different now from when Leary last saw them. The vibe between them is so intense, it'd be super awesome for TV. But honestly, one of the best fans' theories I read was the return of Lord John Grey. It makes sense, everyone loves him, and Book 7 is 50% about the Greys. So this guy definitely deserves a seat in the cast. Well, there you have it. From epic fan theories about characters' fate to the trailer that feels like an early Christmas present. Here's everything from the Outlander Season 7 trailers that fans might have missed.